Hi guys, it's Tori. Welcome back or welcome to my channel. If you're new, thank you so much for clicking to watch this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. So today I'm going to be telling you guys what I learned or lessons from 2019. So without further ado, let's get right into this video. So I know 2019 might have been an amazing year for some people. I thank God that I have reached this far, honestly, and for the lessons that I have learned. But honestly, 2019 wasn't my best year. But so far, I think it's been the year that I have learned far way more than I have ever learned my entire life. Just life lessons and whatnot. And I pray to God that 2020 be a good year for me and for each and every single person. So the first lesson that I learned is that prayer really works. Guys, prayer is everything. At some point in my life, things were not working out. I had no option because the things were beyond man, right? So I would ask God every day to say, God, but why aren't things working out? Why aren't things working out? And at some point I said, you know what? Lord, carry this burden for me, fight this battle for me. If it's for me, let it be for me. If it's not for me, then let it not be for me. And a lot of things still did not work out despite how hard I prayed. But at the end of the year, coming to think about it now, I realized that if those things had worked out, they probably wouldn't make me the person that I am today. So I'd urge each and every single one of you to just practice prayer and see God come through for you. Yeses are from God, no's are also from God. So just because it's not working out doesn't mean it's never going to work out. Second lesson is there is time for everything. See, based on my first point, I saw things working out for most of my friends, but things were not working out for me, which was very devastating. But then coming to think about it now, I do realize that eventually my time will come when God's going to move me from grass to grace. And he says in Ecclesiastes 3 verse 1, he says, there is time for everything and a season for every activity under heaven, a time to sow and a time to reap, a time to weep and a time to weep and a time to laugh. So this really does give me assurance that my time is going to come. Just because it's not happening doesn't mean God's not working on it. I just have to be patient and trust in him. Lesson number 3 is that it's really okay to give your all in life. Let's say if you love somebody, love them willingly, love them effortlessly, give all that you can and never really regret. Because you know what happens in life when you give your all, usually we tend to say, oh, I gave too much for it not to work out. No, it was way too much for this. No, it was this. No, it was that. But at the end of the day, you do get to realize that when you give your all and the person that maybe broke your heart, whatever, chooses to come back, they were the problem and you were not. At the end of the day, there is just that free mindset of knowing that, okay, I gave it all that I can, without any regrets of thinking maybe I gave less, maybe I could have given more. So just if it's friendships, relationships, whatever it is, give everything, give it your all and never regret giving your all ever. My next point, which is I think point number 4, is never base relationships off of material things. Just because somebody is treating you to extremely good things, extremely nice life, you think, no, you've arrived. Dear sisters and brothers, you have not arrived. And I repeat, you have not yet arrived. Material things come and go. It's the same thing as when you buy something extremely expensive. In a few months time, not even years, in a few months time, it's going to be out of stock. You're going to want something else. So don't base your relationships off of material things. If it's a relationship, it's friendship, whatever it is, let it be from a really true place where you're connecting with a person at a different level, past the materials and past whatever. The 5th point is it's okay to cut people off. So funny story, at some point in my life, I had a friend that I basically thought was my ride or die. I thought I basically couldn't do anything without that friend. In the long run, this friend cut me off. I couldn't really believe it. I was like, You cut me off, but why? So it's like that thing where I stopped talking to this friend that I really did love and I really did value and I really did treasure. I stopped talking to this friend because apparently they cut me off. They have not given me reasons why they cut me off, but this has brought me to realization that it's okay to cut people off. I for one have cut a lot of people off my life in 2019 because I feel like they were not the complete journey, they were just part of the journey. So their journey has ended, they can't move with me to where I am going. Their journey ends there and it's okay. And it was so hard because if you know me very well, I do value friendship, I do value relationships, and I give it my all. So for me to cut somebody off, it's harder, I think, for me to cut somebody off than it is for the person being cut off. So at the end of the day, it's okay to cut people off. Some people are toxic, some people are not meant for you. It's just part of the journey. Don't feel bad for cutting them off. It's going to hurt, but it's going to be worth it at the end of the day. And moreover, people come and go, so it's okay. Somebody else is going to come to replace that person. This person is going to be 100 times better than the person you're cutting off. So the thing that I had to learn is that it's okay to remove yourself out of the equation. It shouldn't always be about what you benefit from whatever it is that you're doing. Sometimes do things just so that others benefit from it. Remove yourself from the equation and really just see other people succeed and other people be happy, but still with your efforts. It's still okay. And it's the most satisfying thing because at the end of the day, you're like, okay, I helped out this person. Maybe they are where they are, or at least closer to where they wanted to be. Like, just do it effortlessly and with love, and just let it all be, just let it all be. Or the seventh lesson is be a master of your emotions. I feel like now we live in a society that says, we're given these feelings so that they can be expressed. We're given anger so that we can be angry. We're given jealousy so we can be jealous. No, we're not. I feel like one thing that we don't understand is that we are masters of our lives, or we are masters basically over everything. The book of Genesis basically says God made us like him. We're mini gods. If you read some books, they say we're mini gods, which I still do believe we are. This is something that I'm still working towards, but like I feel like 2019 has been a year where I really did have control over my emotions. Let's say, for instance, if I'm angry, like recently something very valuable to me got destroyed. Like, it was literally crashed because it fell to the ground and basically beyond repair. The me before this lesson would have snapped because this thing was super expensive. I bought it with my own money, not my parents' money. So that was just so heartbreaking. But I feel like a few minutes later, I was like, it's just material things. At the end of the day, it was going to lose its value. I was going to want something better. And I said, you know what, anger, you're not going to get the most of me. This is just material thing. I am here, you're here, so no. I am a master over you. And I didn't feel angry until now. I still look at the thing. I'm like, you know what? You're just a material thing. Material things come and go, so it's still okay. So take control over your emotions. Be a master over them, and don't let yourself be a slave to your emotions. Lesson number 8 is set standards for yourself. If you haven't already, I feel like because we don't really have standards for ourselves, we haven't really set standards for ourselves, we let people treat us less than we are supposed to be treated. Like, if you set standards for yourself, like I for one have told myself, I don't care how old you are or what position you occupy in my life, but I have set my standard here, and if you give me here, then we can't work together, because two people cannot work together unless they agree. The Bible says that. So yeah, if you get, my standard is here, you give me this, I'm like, we can't work together. I am here, you're here. I demand that type of respect. And honestly, it's just been amazing to see how both the young people and the older people who are older than me treat me based on the standards that I have set for myself. So set standards for yourself so that people treat you according to how you want to be treated, not according to what they think or what they feel like you should be treated. The 9th lesson is be yourself and let people accept you for who you really are. Don't try to pretend, or don't try to fit in. Let those who are for you really be for you, and those who are against you be against you. Don't move with the crowd, or don't move with the water like a dead fish. Always have your way. Always be yourself so that you attract the right people. Because the more you pretend, the more you want to act like, you're this really fun girl, it's not going to work out. Let me assure you, it's really not. Let people accept you for who you are. The final point, which is my 10th point, is always love yourself. When you love yourself, it's like you possess this a really unique power over yourself. You begin to see yourself as a masterpiece. You begin to see yourself as what God really created. You accept yourself. You allow people then to love you for who you really are, to see through you and to just love you. So yeah, 2019 was filled with a lot of lessons, and these are some of my lessons. I learned a lot, but I felt like these are some of the points that I should share with you guys, and I hope they were really helpful, and hopefully a lot of you implement them in 2020. I'm still going by them, and please leave a comment down below on what you learned so that I too can learn from you. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below and help your girl grow. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing week, have an amazing year, and happy New Year, by the way, because I didn't say this. So yeah, happy New Year, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.